Hey fellas, today we're talking about honey packs, and I've got to expose those things again because now they're hitting the college campuses and wreaking havoc.
So over the last couple of months, experts do say that the use of these honey packets at college campuses has skyrocketed as an sexual enhancer.
Now, first of all, the question is, have you heard of honey packs? We're gonna go into it right here because these things are blowing up on college campuses and they've caused some major issues. We're talking about some things that you can get at the gas stations and you can get at certain places and they can land you in the hospital. So stick around, I'm going to tell you the truth about what can happen if you're taking these products and what you should watch out for. And of course, while they're putting you at serious risk. And hey, this is Brian, AKA Uncle B, the men's performance coach with GoodWood. And I've talked about this subject before, and when I went through the comment section, it got sort of scary because guys were sitting there saying, well, yeah, I tried this honey pack, I tried that honey pack. You have ones who were like, oh yeah, it worked for me for a while, and then I got headaches. And other ones were like, this is great, but then this happened. We have the other guys who get it, who are like, hey, you're messing with your body. Why would you play around with something that can mess with your Johnson? So today we're going to go even deeper into the world of honey packs. Now, as I mentioned before, I had tried them before, stopped trying them, and I did the research, and what I found out was insane because these aren't natural supplements. The way they actually work is they're laced with drugs. And now they're going across college campuses like wildfire. And you have these young men unknowingly putting their life at risk.
What is one thing that's going to BYU student Tacoma that we do here at ASU?
Probably taking honey packets.
Today I'm going to be trying 2 honey packs to see what happens.
If you know, you know.
By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what's inside of those enhancers, why they pose a dangerous risk, and why even the other gas station pills are a bigger risk than you may think. And if you're looking for natural performance enhancers, I'm going to tell you what works and what science needs to be behind it in order for you to make the right decision. Now, the question is, why are these things all around all of a sudden? There's been a rise in social media, and some rappers are even talking about honey packs, and you have some young guys who are just deciding, hey, let me just go ahead and try it. Of course, they're not telling you that the FDA has already cracked down on multiple honey pack companies, and we're not sure which one you're using if you're using it. And the problem is they have undeclared pharmaceutical drugs in them. A recent USA Today investigation found that many of the honey packs contain the active ingredients in Viagra and Cialis, and of course, these are prescription drugs. If you're dealing with regular prescription drugs, there's a reason why the doctor prescribes them, because they have to diagnose you first and figure out what's going on. That's because these drugs can actually give you a dangerous drop in your blood pressure. Now, of course, you're young and you're in college, you're gonna mix that with some alcohol. Even some of the older guys do that. No, of course not. That's leading to dizziness, fainting, and even heart attacks, because you can have sudden chest pain and even vision changes. And of course, with no FDA oversight in this, the ingredients aren't reviewed before they're hitting the market. And of course, it's not just the honey packs, it's also those other gas station pills. And a lot of them have been around for years and they're pretty bad, if not even worse. Have you ever heard of Rhino pills, Black Mamba, Red Devil? These items are actually sold right next to the energy drinks, and they're actually, pretty much as poisonous. And of course, it's not just young guys falling for this. Obviously, we have some older guys who are like, yeah, you're sitting around at the barbershop, and hey, that's how I found out about the honey packs. So you're getting these recommendations from your friends and you want to try this, you want to try that, because they're, oh yeah, you get you rock hard, you can last all night, etc., etc. Hey, you still have the same problem that you began with. Now you're just faking your body out with something that's dangerous. This is not a good combination, because if these pills are messing with young guys, can you imagine what it's going to do to you when you're older and you already have heart issues, diabetes, other situations going on? Because hey, in this situation, if it sounds too good to be true, it could be fatal. Because the important thing to understand, if you're putting fake Viagra or Cialis into something, 1, you don't have the right dosage. 2, where's it being made at? Is it being made in an FDA approved facility? Do they have the certificate of analysis? Is there any quality control when they're making it overseas? And as I mentioned before, the FDA has already busted dozens of companies for producing these unsafe products. And unfortunately, there's another brand that pops up right after that. So let's talk really quick about what actually makes a performance supplement safe. Because if you're already having issues, you should not be trying to gamble even more with your health. You need something that's science-backed, evidence-backed, and has some quality control around it. Now, I understand this because we have the supplement GoodWood and GoodWood Advanced, and you have to go through a long process in order to get your product out there correctly, especially if you're trying to have it on Amazon. First of all, it has to be COA certified, that's Certificate of Analysis. That means every batch has to go through a purity test, tested for the potency, and this is done by a third party. That means you can't have the garbage, you can't have the hidden fillers in there. The other things that needs to be in good manufacturing practices facilities. That way you know you have the good quality and it's safety insured. And you want to have clinically backed ingredients. Every herb we use in GoodWood has been scientifically tested, it has gone through the rigors of clinical studies, because you really don't want those sketchy chemicals getting into your body. We have enough wrong chemicals from everything else. You don't need to purposely put it inside yourself. So fellas, I read the comments from the last video. Hey, it's not worth it. Think about it. It's better to actually fix the real problem, which is your patterns, and you need to have the right supplements. You're supposed to supplement the supplements with the things that you do. Don't just look for the shortcut, because the shortcut could be fatal. And do me a favor, leave me a note in the comment section. Have you tried any of these honey packs? How did it work for you? Did you get the hot flashes? Did you get other issues? Let us know. Let's start the conversation. And if you're serious about improving your performance naturally, then go ahead and click the link below and take the men's performance quiz, and you'll get information that you can use right away to figure out what you need to do. And before you go, make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button, that notification bell, so you can get information about the next video where we're talking about the difference between pine pollen and pine bark. One's good for testosterone, one's good for aging. Which one is good for you? And this is Uncle B saying, get your game up and go hard. Peace out.